noodle soup with red pork. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So I'm gonna break the ingredients into 3 different parts. The first one would be the red pork. The second one is gonna be the wonton. And the third one is gonna be the noodle, but we're gonna do that later. We're gonna start with the red pork, okay? We're gonna use this type of pork, okay? That side, I think it's about 600 grams. What you do, you put it into a bowl, okay? And then you use honey, okay? Okay. The second thing is we're gonna add, it's like the red salt pork. This is from marinade, okay? So you can get this in any Asian shop. So you're gonna put that in, okay? Put that sauce in, and then make sure that the pork and the sauce is very well marinated together. Okay, ready? Okay, so that should do. Then we're gonna put the cover on top and leave it in the fridge for about an hour or 2. And next we're gonna make the filling for the wonton. So the first ingredient that we need is minced pork. We need about 500 grams. That's about 500 grams. The first thing we're gonna put in is soy sauce. I think it's about 1.5 tablespoons. You can add more or you can add less. It's really up to you. So put that in. And the same amount of fish sauce. Go in there. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. And 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. In. And some pepper. You can use white pepper, but I prefer the black pepper because it has that distinctive smell. So put that in. And half teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. And finally, just add 1 egg yolk.
Just the yolk.
Just the yolk. Next is you have to mix it well. Mix it well. Use your hand. So mix it well to make sure that all the ingredients are very well stuck together. Keep doing it like you do the dough.
Kneading.
Okay.
Fish sauce.
You can smell the fish sauce, and you can smell the pork as well. Okay, and you marinated that for 1 hour in the fridge. Once all the ingredients are mixed together, you have to put this in the fridge for about 1 hour or overnight if you want to. I think it would taste better overnight, but we don't have that much time. Put that in the fridge for at least an hour. Okay, the next thing, we're gonna roast the pork, right? Okay, we take the pork out and put it into the baking tray, okay? Because the oven is a bit hot. So I'm gonna use the towel and put this inside the oven, the preheated oven on 150 degrees for 60 minutes. Okay, and next we're gonna do the wonton. Okay, we take the minced pork out of the fridge and you put the wonton pastry on a flat surface chopping board. Okay, and don't forget to wet your finger and make it like a little ball here. Put it in the middle. Okay, and then you pinch the corner of the wonton pastry like that, and then fold it like that, into a little, look like a bag. Okay, and then fold it like that. Now you got one wonton. Do it. Keep doing it until all the filling is gone. Okay. Shoot. I'm not a very good wonton wrapper, so it might look bad. Okay, the next step is we're gonna have to cook the wonton that's already been wrapped. Okay, first you have to boil the water into this small pot. You can use a bigger pot, sorry. It depends on how big your deep fry basket is, okay? So because we have such a small deep fry basket, so we're gonna use the pot this side. Put the deep fry basket into the boiled water and then add about 5 or 6, let's just say 6, into the deep fry basket and wait for a couple of minutes. You see the wonton start to flow up from the bottom. It usually takes about a minute or 2 for it to cook. In the meantime, you will have to prepare the garlic oil, okay? But if you don't have the garlic oil, you can use a regular sesame oil as well. But in this case, I prefer to use garlic oil because it have a really nice smell. Okay. Okay. Now that the wonton is cooked, you take them out, put into a small container, and add some garlic oil into it. Mix it well so that when it's cool, it won't stick. It won't get stuck together. That looks really good. So now do the same thing to the rest of the wonton. Okay. You can add more than 6 if your frying basket is bigger than this. So this is some of the wonton that's been done and it's ready to eat. So we're gonna leave it to cool down for a bit because we still have soup and noodle to cook. Okay. Our next step is to
try one. You gonna taste one?
You want me to taste? Okay. It's a bit hot though, but I'm gonna do it because it's irresistible. It's so good. Do you want some? I feel a little bit thirsty, so I think a bottle of beer would be good. Singer, if you're watching this, you should be our sponsor. I think our roasted pork is done. Let me check. Ooh, look at that. How good is it? It looks really good. So what you do, you keep it in the oven for another 15 minutes with the oven off. Okay? Just to keep the heat and the pork moist. Okay? In the meantime, I'm just gonna work on the rest of the wonton. Garlic oil. So how to do the garlic oil is basically you just get some garlic and chop them or match them with the food processor and use vegetable oil and put the garlic in. It should cook in 2 or 3 minutes, right? So you get this golden garlic oil. Okay. All right, okay, the next thing is to cook noodle, and at the same time we're gonna make some soup as well. But now the noodle pot is boiling, so we're gonna cook the noodle first. First we're gonna...
What sort of noodle?
Egg noodle, fresh egg noodle. Usually you can find it in the frozen section of the supermarket. Sometimes it's in the fresh section of the supermarket as well, next to fish bowl and meatball and all that. Anyway, so what you do, you take a handful of it and try to get rid of the flour out of the noodle as much as you can. Okay, put one in and the second batch in at the same time. Shake a little bit just to get the flour out. Put it right. Once it in, it usually don't take long. Sometimes I use fork to do that. Once you start to see the noodle become more transparent, then that should be done. You see it compared to the uncooked one, so you see this more transparent color. Get rid of all the water as much as you can by shaking it very, very lightly. Put it in, bam. Okay? And don't forget to add a little bit of garlic oil in it so that it won't stick as a giant noodle ball. Okay? Now, do the same thing until all of your desired amount of noodle is gone. Okay, now that the noodle is ready, the next thing we're gonna make the soup. Okay, there is no right or wrong whether you're gonna make the soup first or make the noodle first. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now we're gonna make the soup by adding some salt, around that much, for the same amount of the water that in this pot. In there, maybe a little bit more. Sea salt. I like a really good spicy hot kind of soup, so I'm gonna add a lot of pepper in it. So I think that should do. The next thing we're gonna add coriander ground. Just a little bit like that. Okay, I'm gonna add 1 chicken stock cube, 1 cube of chicken stock. Some people like to use chicken bone or chicken carcass. Is it carcass? But because we can't find it today, so we're gonna use chicken stock, and I think that is something that everybody can find. Okay. And the next thing is rich soy sauce. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, and then 1 and 2.
Oh.
Fits up. One and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Mix well together, and there you have soup for the noodle. Leave it on for a bit. Okay, you can add chicken, you can add all the stuff, vegetable in there as well if you want to. Okay, the next step is we're going to prepare some vegetable that we want to put in it and garnish it. Okay, the first thing is pak choy. Okay, this is the long stem one, but you can use the short one as well. You know, you can use the Japanese pak choy as well. Okay, so what you do, you cut the hard part and throw it away. We're not going to use that part because it's too hard. And then cut about 2 inches like that. Like that. You're going to eat everything except that part. Okay, but if it's not too hard, you can eat it if you want, but it doesn't look good, so I'm gonna throw it down. And the next thing is spring onion. You need to chop it very fine. Now we got spring onion, and then the parsley. Okay, this one doesn't have to be as fine as the spring onion, so you do it roughly, except, you know, the hard bit here, and then mix it with this. So now we got the vegetable to garnish on the noodle soup. Okay, I think I might have called that parsley, but it's actually coriander. Sorry, it's my bad. Anyway, we move on to the next thing. Sometimes people like to add meatball into the soup, but for me, I like to add what we call, it's like muyo, which is a pork. It's like a cold meat, like a, you know, pork thing. How can I explain?
Processed meat.
Processed meat, yeah. So what you do, you get that in the supermarket, any Asian supermarket. Cut it in half, take the bit out, and then you slide like that. Okay. It's kind of like ham, but it's crunchier than that. And it's kind of like a bologna. Okay, I'm gonna try that bit. Really nice. You're not having it. Okay, you can. Okay, so we're gonna put that in the soup. Wait, it will cook in no time. It's actually already cooked. You can eat it raw like that. Okay, the next thing is to take our roasted pork out. It's still a little bit hot, so we take it out. It's really, really nice. And what we're gonna do is to slice it. Okay. Cut it in half first. Looks really, really nice. The Thai like the red pork to be kind of thinly sliced, so we're gonna cut it very thinly like that. Okay, so what we do when we finish slicing this, we're gonna put it back into the old
Glaze.
baking tray where all the juice is. Okay. We're gonna make it? Yes, we're gonna make it. So there you have it, roasted red pork. Okay, the next thing is to take the noodle and put into the serving bowl. Just like that. Is that enough for you? That's enough for you. And that is for me. Oops, sorry. And take the pork thing here. I love this meat, it's good. And then we're gonna cook the vegetable inside the soup pot. Okay. So add a handful of this. This is for 3 people, remember? So we're gonna add nearly all the vegetable, maybe something like that. Put it in. It should not take long. In the meantime, we're gonna place the cook one time. There, maybe 5 of them. 4, 5 one time. Okay. And some roasted pork. And that should be enough for me. It looks really good. We don't want it to be overcooked. We just want them to be crunchy at the same time as being cooked. Okay, sorry. So there. One side, very healthy. On that side. On that side. And lastly, we're gonna garnish with coriander and spring onion. And then the last, well, final process is just to add the soup. There you go. There you go. Wonton noodle soup made from scratch. Okay, we're gonna serve using the traditional soup spoon and chopstick, and this is one of the few dishes that the Thai actually use chopstick, because we normally use fork and spoon. Okay, I'm gonna try. Very nice. Very nice. It's good. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Wonton noodle with red pork. Okay? Can we do it again? The ingredients. I'm gonna break this into 3 parts. Okay?
Hang on.
The fish is full. I think you might have to throw some of it. Yeah. Wrong.
What?
Wrong. Figure out how you do it wrong. And you have to reshoot it. So finally, what we're gonna have to do after practice. See you next time.